Welcome to Tuesday morning's group meditation. We're going to begin by turning to the latest iteration of Diamond-like Mind Easy Meditation. We're going to begin by reviewing the view of reality that supports letting go, the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. We're going to start. So the Buddha taught the four bases of mindfulness: the circumstantial, the physical, the interpersonal, and the mental. We're going to begin by bringing the circumstantial into the path of wisdom. Doing so, we practice the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path together. Let's chant. All circumstances or lots could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this body or form. So now we're going to silently and mentally recite the six-syllable synopsis of that which we just chanted, divided, of course, between our inhalation and our exhalation. By bringing the physical into the path of wisdom, again we practice the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path together. All bodies or forms could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this interpersonal communication or speech. We now silently and mentally recite the six-syllable synopsis of that which we just chanted. Let us touch the tip of each of our left fingers to the center of their palm. For by bringing the interpersonal into the path of wisdom, we practice the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. This is known by many names, including Madhyamaka's Yoga of Inconceivabilities. Let's hit center. It's already there. Great. Whoops. Okay. Please bear with me while I confirm the spelling of something with something online. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for your patience. What would a live stream be without me spontaneously editing, I ask you? As we practice Madhyamaka's yoga of inconceivability, we bring the interpersonal into the path of wisdom, thus practicing the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Let's chant. All interpersonal communication or speech could be as impermanent and interdependent as if it could blissfully melt into rainbow light. That could lifelessly absorb into this mind. We now silently and mentally recite the synopsis of that which we just chanted, and we recited, we divide the silent and mental recitation of the synopsis between our inhalation and our exhalation. One moment, let's see. Okay, here we go. As we practice Madhyamaka's yoga of inconceivability, we bring the mental into the path of wisdom, thus practicing the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. So let's touch the tip of our left thumb to the tip of its middle finger. All minds could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into a vast empty void. So what do we mean by an empty void? Like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn. Which, although tantalizing to the eye, could be non-graspable to the hand. We now silently and mentally recite the six-syllable synopsis. Upon the tip of our left middle finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger, palms up in our lap. Okay, so quick like a bunny, I'm going to hit home and 16 and paste. We come now to mudra-oriented energy work. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energy to automatically coalesce at the chest region, at the heart region of our chest. We turn now to sati mindfulness and samadhi meditation. Just take a moment to review the mechanics of mindfulness. Every time we inhale, thanks to our sympathetic nervous system, we are wired to notice in a very special way. We're wired to notice vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly, which is the opposite of the rigidity and controlling tendencies of concentration. What are we to do with that which we notice? We meditate. You see, every time we exhale, thanks to our parasympathetic nervous system, we are wired for both physical relaxation as well as mental release. Now the question remains, what's the most sustainable way that we can cooperate with these neurological structures? Simple. We could silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during each inhalation, and we could silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb ease during each exhalation. Together as a team, let us do this right now. We're going to take a moment to shift gears. It is Qui-Gon Jinn Tuesday morning. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi after approximately 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is Dzogchen Lama, Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I have harnessed my autistic special interests as well as my ADHD hyperfocus to spend about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that I can become your nerdy, neurodivergent guide to nirvana. Welcome, my friends, to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. Rather than indulge our controlling tendencies with the follies of active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief, we could just recite these kind words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors or statements literal, and instead relax into the flexibility that savors the chance explaining metaphors as similes. Let us chant an explanation of this 6-syllable mantra. Om, I invoke the diamond-like strength of a sattva mind well-trained, supplicating with whom may awareness and release be mastered by all. One moment. Okay, thank you very much for your patience. Let's continue. By practicing Maha Yoga, we bring the mental into the path of love, thus training in the second fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. May all minds of all beings now possess the joyful enlightenment, symbolized by a one-syllable seed or bija mantra. During our inhalation, we could silently and mentally recite the six-syllable synopsis of our loving chant. During our exhalation, we can physically relax as best we can while striving to chant 4 repetitions of this six-syllable mantra. Om Vajrasattva Hum, 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 Om Vajrasattva Hum. Om Vajrasattva Hum, Om Vajrasattva Hum, Om Vajrasattva Hum, Om Vajrasattva Hum. Om Vajrasattva Hum, Om Vajrasattva Hum, Om Vajrasattva Hum, Om Vajrasattva Hum. We now practice the Anu Yoga of mudra-oriented energy work. Upon the tip of our left middle finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to automatically coalesce at the heart air region of our chest. We now practice Hatha Yoga's mindfulness and meditation. By practicing Hatha Yoga, we are training in mindfulness's 7th fold and meditation's 8th fold of the Buddha's path. Good morning and welcome to the Tuesday AM group practice. The moment you have a specific question about Buddhist chanting, philosophy, or meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window. There we go. Thank you for your patience. Quick introduction. By practicing Maha Yoga, we bring the interpersonal into the path of love, thus training in the third fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Together, let's chant. May each being's experience of the interpersonal law speech now possess the peaceful love symbolized by your multisyllabic mantra. So during our inhalation, we could silently and mentally recite the six-syllable synopsis of our loving intention, of the loving intention that we just chanted. During our exhalation, we could physically relax as best we can while striving to chant 4 repetitions of the six-syllable mantra. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, 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 Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, 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 Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Aha. Well, excuse me. Well, I have an epiphany. So over here, instead of writing down, typing Maha Yoga, I should type in that's fine. Let's go back over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And replace the word Maha Yoga with creation stage of highest yoga tantra. There we go. So by practicing Maha Yoga, we bring the interpersonal, where you chanted this, sorry about that. Okay. By practicing Ana Yoga's gesture or mudra-oriented energy work, to do so upon the tips of all our left fingers, we could rest the great knuckles at the base of our right fingers, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to automatically coalesce at the throat region of our neck. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four, five, six. Excellent. Thank you for your patience. Now, if you've just tuned in, allow me to catch you up to speed. Let's begin with the mechanics of mindfulness. You see, every time we inhale, thanks to our sympathetic nervous system, we are wired to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice all manner of phenomena. From the external to the internal, from the physical to the mental, from the pleasurable to the painful, from the interesting to the boring, from the glorious to the grotesque. What are we to do with that which we notice? We meditate. You see, every time we exhale, thanks to our parasympathetic nervous system, we're wired to both physically relax as well as mentally release, which infers the question, what's the most efficient way that we could silently and that we could cooperate with these neurological structures? And the answer is quite simple. We could silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during each inhalation, and we could silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb ease during each exhalation. Together, let us practice right now. By practicing Dzogchen's Tokal, or lovingly leaping over jealousy's obscuring emotions, we bring the physical into the path of love, thus training in the fourth fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. All right, thank you for your patience. Together, let us chant. Let us chant the loving intention. May all bodies or forms of all beings now possess great health, symbolized by the enlightened archetype or Yidam Dorje Sempa Vajra Safa or Diamond Mind. Why do we use similes? Because we evolved to think symbolically. During our inhalations, we could silently and mentally recite the six-syllable synopsis of that loving wish. During our exhalation, we could physically relax as best we can, while striving to chant 4 repetitions of this six-syllable mantra. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. By practicing, we now practice Dzogchen's tikle, or drop, gesture-oriented energy work. Upon the tip of our left ring finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right ring finger, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite, let's try this something here. Let's go like this and hit with that. Doing so could gently invite or reel or imagine subtle energies to automatically coalesce at the navel region of our mid-abdomen. So now we're going to slice through the fundamental duality of Buddhism, which is the duality of pushing and pulling, dread and desire. This is known by many names, including Trekcho. So let's dig in right now. By practicing Tantra Mahamudra, we bring the circumstantial into the path of love, thus training in the fifth fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Okay, thank you for your patience. Let's together chant. And what we're chanting is a wish, just a loving wish. May all circumstances, all lots of all beings now possess very good fortune or boon. Symbolized by the mythic paradise, pure land or vati of a Buddha. During our inhalation, we can silently and mentally recite the six-syllable synopsis of our loving wish. During our exhalation, we can physically relax as best we can as we strive to recite 4 repetitions of this six-syllable mantra. And if this is your first time hanging out with me, please give yourself permission to have a learning curve. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. We now practice Bindu Mahamudra's gesture-oriented energy work. Upon the tip of our left index finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to automatically coalesce at the crown region of our head. We now train in Sutra Mahamudra's mindfulness and meditation. You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 11 or so hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's evening meditation class and group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.